Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview, this time covering VCT EMEA Stage 1, Week 2. My guest at this time is SUYGETSU of Karmine Corp coming off of their match against Koi, in which they came out on the winning end, thus continuing their road in said competition. So SUYGETSU, thank you so much for the opportunity for this interview. Really do appreciate this. And I would say it was a pretty back and forth affair looking at this match, but for you guys to come out on top with the W, how are you feeling?
Mhm. Feeling good. I was feeling good after first map. It was very good by us. We had a lot of good communication. We had a lot of good ideas and good like synergy with each other. What can I say about Icebox? It was a little bit not that we expected because we were working on this map of course really hard, but something went wrong. We weren't like focused enough, I think. But it's in general I think our problem that we cannot like kinda. Um, we over excited for the next map when we winning first map, you know. This I think our problem and we need to fix it. So right now we will work on it more. And in general Icebox was good. We managed to come back. To be honest, I thought we will close them 13-11 because they overcooked on 11-12 or what is this was called? Yeah, I think 11-12. They just did something very bad, and we did everything, but unfortunately we just choked and lost this round. We managed to go to overtimes, won overtimes, everything good. We are happy. Thank you.
No, for sure. Thank you indeed for the quick overview of the series, man. And so, I mean, so many things to kind of pick apart from what happened today. But the first thing that I want to ask you is Icebox. You mentioned about having to be in the right or having to build up that map to the point where you can finally show it in an official today. You guys did, and it was one in which you guys showed the no duelist comp. I believe like it was like very few teams in this region or even like also the rest of the international leagues that have done that. I want to ask you as much as you can, of course. What led to the confidence to make that comp?
I think our coach asked our RGL which comp he preferred, and he saw that M80 last year played this comp, and he very liked it. So he just stole their idea. We implemented Tejo, and that's it. This is how we managed to play this comp.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it was definitely an interesting choice that you guys did, and it definitely brought about the winning result. But it was one in which it, obviously, as you kind of mentioned, would have happened much more cleaner. And but still, for you guys to come out on top and bounce back to close the map, especially on that second half, I want to ask you, what do you feel made the turnaround within your team, and what do you think that made the switch flip for your favor?
To be honest, I think we took pause and told us what to do. We did it perfectly, and in general, we as players, we understood what we need to do, to win. I mean, we kinda read them perfectly what they were doing on attack. Their attack was very bad, like very bad. They were kinda drawing with Sova, using this drone. Then they were drawing with Tejo, and while they were drawing with Tejo, we already knew that it's gonna be this side that they will push, And it's like very not hard to understand what their game plan. The big problem was I think on middle that we just didn't understand how to do there on middle because we are stupid a little bit, but it happens, sometimes. But what else? What else I need to say?
More so like just asking like what changed within the team that had you guys, win at the very end,
Yeah, like I said, like I think after pause we got told what to do, and we were just doing this, and that's it.
Now for sure, definitely understanding that. And just a quick answer on Lotus. I mean, Koi won the pistol and then the eco. I mean, you guys were able to then just
Yeah.
basically do 13-0 from that. I mean, just like what happened for you guys to be so dominant in that map?
We had the read on them from their what they were doing everything the same. They didn't almost change it. They had full 1 week. I think they didn't change anything there. We understood what they were doing, and just we were just on the same page every time, and that's it. Basically,
Yeah,
we were just better team, better
yeah.
players, better team, and we just won.
Yeah, for sure. And at the very end of the day, you guys can go home happy with this result in
Yeah.
your hand. And yeah, like you mentioned a little bit about the Sadak opting for the no duelist comp for Icebox. I pivot over to that aspect, but more so just asking you about Sadak as the IGO. Obviously, he had to come over from Americas over to EMEA.
Mhm.
I was already kind of familiar with how he does his strategy plan and stuff like that. How has that process been like for yourself and just having to welcome into the team and having to like understand how he reads the game and also comparing that to like Angel because it kind of does the same thing over in the EMEA.
Mhm. Okay. Like the way it's at how calling, it's different, but he's like more. He likes to do a lot of stuff. I cannot say which stuff because it's gonna like revive, like show for you and for our enemies probably, which they will abuse maybe. So yeah, he like to do one thing which I very like. He also calling on the city side for players, which is also respectable because of course city side is individual side. You have to like be more individual by yourself, but sometimes he like doing some really important calls for us, and we stick to these calls, and because of them we're winning rounds. This like aspect I very like for him, and he also very positive. Okay,
Oh
he never
yeah.
lies if he's like he don't like something, he like saying to you straight. And in general, he have a lot of experience, which is also good in Valorant.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it brings a different dimension to a team. Just having to like have a person like style, like one who can like also like be a leader, be like a main shot caller, and then also like be an energy guy. And it's definitely good to have. And like another one thing that I want to ask you within that aspect is sort of the comparison between like this team right now to your previous team and Navi. Obviously, last year you had to undergo pretty a lot more difficulties, on the results spectrum, not being able to qualify for internationals and just having to like figure out what the team was in the EMEA league. So far, we're kind of seeing a gradual improvement for your team right now in Karmine Corp.
Mhm.
How do you kind of view the comparison, at this point of the year for yourself between your current team and your past team?
I mean, compared to my past team, I've been saying this everywhere. I think even on my stream. That compared to them. I have hungry players who is like hungry to win. But in Navi, we had a players which is like, first of all, we've been together 3 years. We won masters, of course, and you need to have a more kind of motivation to play with each other to achieve something. But I don't know. We just sometimes it's better to change some things, but rather to stay and stick together. And compared to vibes in Navi, we had like that vibes, kind of. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's like hidden passive aggressive thing, kind of. If you understand what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, very bad vibe. It was like it was.
Yeah.
I cannot even say, but I just yeah,
No,
kind of not good.
No, I remember the interview that we had last year in which you kind of talked about the vibe aspect and yeah, like definitely reminiscent of that kind of time and yeah, like it's definitely good to see you and the rest of the team be at a pretty happy place, mentally and emotionally and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Still sticking on to you, but more so in a different topic. You had to switch roles within Carmine Core this year, mostly playing the controller. I want to ask you how that's been going so far, and do you feel like you've been now comfortable 100%, or if not, where are you kind of at, numerically speaking?
I mean, to be honest, right now on controller role, I did more than I did on sentinel role. I learned more stuff. I'm feeling like I'm playing controller right now better than sentinel, and I know more stuff how to play with the teammates, how to help them, how to smoke for them, how to flash for them, how to like basically be together, and also how to use smokes for myself in some situations, how to like do this. Like there is a lot of stuff, and basically right now I feel like I'm improving more than I was improving, for example, past 2 years, because I wasn't doing that much like I'm doing right now. Like this is a bit like a big difference. I think my really professional career started from Karmine Corp
Mm.
because Ench gave me and giving me right now. He's giving me a lot to be better every day. And yeah, and was it hard? I think no. It's in Valorant in general. It's not hard to change the role. I'm trying to prove it to everyone that it's like if you're playing one role, it doesn't matter that you can't play only one role. You know, you can just be initiator, for example, controller, like different. It just doesn't matter. It's a matter of time, you know, and how is your brain works, of course.
No, it's definitely interesting to hear you say that like the start of your career is like in this team right now. You know, definitely interesting to hear that from yourself, who's already won a Masters, as you've been saying, and also like I've been competing at the very top. It just goes to show like a change in environment, a change in mental can bring a new version of yourselves, and that's actually a pretty a cool way to see the evolution of yourself, Sugetsu. One more question I want to ask you before I wrap this up. Your next schedule features Gentle Mates, Foot Esports, and Team Liquid, and also like a shot at playoffs should you guys make it there. What's the confidence like for yourself that this team can do well in the next few weeks, and maybe have a chance to fight for one of the spots in Masters?
Sorry, what was the question? Because someone was opening door, and then I
Uh,
just.
What's the confidence level like for the road ahead? Your schedule, and the fight to
Okay.
fight for a spot at Masters.
Okay, but in general, we have a good confidence right now after this match and after BBL. I can see boys just improving, but like day by day. In general, this week was very hard for us. We worked very hard. We will fixed a lot of mistakes which we had, for example, before in BBL match. Yeah. And right now, I think we will just improve even more after this match. We will rewatch what our mistake and just will work and work and work, and that's it. And it's just gonna be like snowball, and we're gonna gain confidence. And gonna be confident by playing by day playing against gentlemates like this.
For sure, Sugetsu. Really do appreciate the answers. Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for giving us the insight for what's going on in your current team. And of course, I got to give you the best of luck in the road ahead.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you